It's the Armour All Summer Grill during the break between season 2018 and 19. Greg Rust and Paul Morris with you, and for this episode we are talking about costs in supercars. It's been a bit of a hot topic lately, and people talking about the need to reduce costs in the game. What do you think about that?
Well, the need to reduce costs comes about from the lack of income. So I don't think the money's in the sport. When we had Holden and Ford and manufacturers and sponsorships getting hard to come by.
Is that a reflection of the sporting landscape generally, you think? It's just a tougher marketplace at the moment?
Yeah, I think it probably comes from not having a good free-to-air TV package.
You think? Yeah. Well, the package that they've got there at the moment is quite comprehensive in what Fox offer, though, isn't it? So, you know, that's...
It's great if you've got pay TV. Fantastic, but 70% of the population doesn't, and that's the heartland that keeps the supercar empire ticking over.
That can't be the only aspect of the game here, though, because I think Gary Rogers was talking about this on the Speed Cafe website recently, about the need to make significant cost reductions in what area.
This is not a new topic. It happens every couple of years. We go for a cycle, and the sport's booming. The income goes away. The first thing you do is trim the sales. Okay, so yeah, there's some low-hanging fruit on those race cars that you could trim some costs out of. They're talking about getting rid of twin springs. The big ticket items on the car is the airbox and the front axle, the upright and the wishbones that compromise the front axle. They're two things on the car that aren't locked down in specification. And the teams with money develop that, and develop that pretty hard. The ripple effect is the other teams need new parts to keep up, so there's development cost, and then the other cost is the cost of going racing, which comes back to the amount of races you do and the personnel you have.
I reckon you made some comments about this on Instagram very recently, that you perhaps feel like, or we forget that as a championship, it's quite extensive what Supercars does, the amount of rounds we have per year relative to other touring car or saloon car formulas, isn't it?
Yeah, outside of North America and NASCAR, no one does as many races as we do in a year, and you need, a big country. Logistics is a massive cost, and personnel is a massive cost. So you go back 20 years, and we used to turn up to a race meeting, have 5 blokes on a car and a laptop, and we used to go racing. Now you need 25 blokes and 40 laptops, and the racing's still the same. So for me, it's get some people out of the teams, stop collecting all that data. If you don't collect the data, you don't need a team of rocket scientists back at HQ going through it, because you don't have it. And someone's got to make the hard decision of what you do.
And I think that's probably the key that I struggle with. It's a hard decision, because these are people's livelihoods, their jobs, they're immersed in the sport, and they love it. You also, I think, suggested that compressing the race weekend or shortening it up in some way is an option, didn't you? Yeah,
for me it's pretty simple. You walk down, say, Newcastle on Saturday night, everyone's there till 10 o'clock at night rebuilding their cars. Like 20 years ago, you used to rebuild your car once a year to go to Bathurst. And then all those new parts would last you the whole championship, and you buy new ones again to go to Bathurst next year. Now we're just wearing out race cars flat out. So yeah, there's got to be some sort of common sense there. You have a massive race on Saturday and trail your car, then rebuild it in and go Sunday and rebuild it again, then take it back to the workshop and rebuild it in to go racing the next day. So then the next race meeting, it's just a massive cost.
Final thread for me on this one, and this could potentially be a whole Armour All Summer Grill episode on its own, and that is about the future, about embracing perhaps greener energy technologies, but at the same time remaining true to the fans that love a supercar or V8 based formula. What is the answer in that regard? Do we need to incorporate some of those technologies as we move forward here?
I think if you want manufacturer money, you definitely do. So you've got to weigh up the cost of embracing those technologies, what money it brings into the sport, or going the other way completely and just having a simple formula where you've got 30 cars out there having a good time and people are watching it. It's like a sprint car.
I can sense in your answer you kind of prefer the latter rather than the former. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I prefer the one that makes the most money.
Okay. Short and sharp. There you are. That is the Armour All Summer Grill. Stay up to date, of course, on all the latest news in between episodes at speedcafe.com. Each week, Armour All will be giving away the ultimate summer essentials pack. The kit comprises a range of products to keep your car looking new, including the latest Armour All Wash and Wax, 2-in-1 wash mitt, a drying towel, protectant, cleaning wipes, glass cleaner and an air freshener. Watch the Armour All Summer Grill episodes on speedcafe.com to find out how to enter.
Armour All now make a great range of wipes with a smart seal lid. So this particular line of products here, if you pop the lid off, the first thing you'll notice is that they're sealed. So everything inside there, those wipes stay nice and moist. However, don't you hate when you leave the lid off? It happens to us all, and you go to use them next time and they've dried out. Well, no longer with this smart seal lid. So what happens now, after you've used your wipes, you can simply turn it around like that, seals it up, and they'll be moist next time you want to use them. Wipes are a convenient way to clean or touch up your car and a great initiative by Armour All.